Hello and welcome to another Monkey's Motors Monday morning vlog. So what have I been up to this week? So as you hopefully saw, on Friday I test rode the Ducati 959 Panigale. And that was good fun. I'm glad I did it. It's my first test ride of 2016. It's my first time ever riding a Ducati sports bike, and it's my second ever sports bike. First being the Honda Fireblade over a year and a half ago now. My first ever test ride, which I have to say is awful. Don't watch it. It's really bad. It's like 45 minutes long. I have no idea what I'm talking about, and I just repeat myself over and over and over again and moan about how much it hurts my back. So don't put yourself through it. It's awful. But it's nice to see how I've come along. Slowly getting the hang of this. Whatever. Anyway, stop blowing yourself down. Is that a phrase? Stop blowing yourself? If I took a couple of ribs out maybe. Fucking hell, I've gone off topic. Test ride. So, obviously there's loads of stuff I didn't say about the bike that I wanted to, but never mind. Let's forget all that now. Let's move on to, yeah, the jig is up. I'm a wanted man. Well, I'm not a wanted man. Anyway, explain yourself. So, finished the 959 test ride. Went back to the dealer with the key. The guy I got the bike off, John, he was busy with another customer, so I saw a different guy, gave him the key, and he said, "Oh, let's come outside and have a look at the bike, you know, check I haven't dropped it, all that stuff," which was fine. Looked it over, but then John had finished with whoever he was with, and you know, I was just thinking I'm about to get on my bike and leave, and then he come in and was like, "Oh, can I have a word inside?" So I was like, "Yeah, sure." You know, I figured this is me going to get the hard sell now. You've test rode the bike. What did you think? Do you want one? You know, this is how much we think yours is worth. Give us your phone number, your address. And it wasn't that at all. It wasn't that at all. I wish it was. So he sat me down at his desk, and he says, "I had a customer come in the other day, and he said he's found his Ducati Monster on YouTube. Someone riding it around, doing a test ride. That's you, isn't it?" Shit. I was like, yeah, it was, yeah. Yeah, it was. So, John, he, you know, initially came across not too pleased about this. Mainly, it seems, because the number plate was clear and visible. Hence, you may have noticed the Ducati number plate being blurred out, which I have to say took about 3 fucking hours. Anyway, yeah, yeah, it says that customers found his bike on YouTube and let him know, which, you know, at the time I didn't think much of it, and he was saying about how, you know, if that's what this is, should just let him know from the start, and that's where I kind of had to stop him. Like, well, to be fair, mate, you know, I did email Laguna Performance Ashford a month ago now, asking, you know, would they be interested, sorry, I got a cough, would they be interested in some sort of partnership with me, you know, them knowing that I am coming in to test ride bikes, some of which I'm not interested in purchasing, that I am just test riding for, you know, test ride purposes, so I can make a video, and, you know, just to broaden my biking palette. I've not ridden many bikes, but the more the merrier. You never know, I might end up wanting one once I've test ridden it. So I kind of explained that, and then his tone slightly changed, and he got a bit more positive and saying, you know, I can still test ride bikes, and obviously all they'll do is, if they've got customers on the day that they feel are genuine and wanting to buy that bike, they'll always get put ahead first. You know, they can test ride stuff before me. If there's no other test rides booked, I might be able to sneak on. And you know, I was happy with that. I was like, yeah, cheers. He said that he hadn't seen this email that I'd sent. I didn't send it to him personally. I'd sent it to what turned out to be the store manager, who wasn't there that day. But I resent John the email. But yeah, I didn't think much more about it, and then went home, spent a ridiculous amount of time blurring out the number plate on the Ducati, from which, you know, from now on, if I ever do a test ride, I'm just gonna, don't know if you remember my little bit of cardboard that said Monkey's Motors on it that I took down to Loomies and stuck on my plate. I'm just gonna do that, because blurring out number plates takes a horrendous amount of time. It takes bloody hours, so I'll just stick something over the plate to save me the hassle in the future. But yeah, the Ducati number plate, the Ducati test ride video hadn't been online long, And I know in the video I just make a little comment saying how the bike's a bit dirty. I didn't really think about it at the time, but you know, it's a white bike and it had a bit of dirt on it. I just, you know, mine normally does. I actually washed it this week for once, but made that comment, and then yeah, I quite quickly got a comment on my video. It's a bit of a strange one. It was kind of saying, oh yeah, I've test ridden bikes from that particular dealer, you know, it named it, even with a location, Cobbs Wood, which I had to ask Emma, where's Cobbs Wood? And she was like, oh no, that is where Laguna is. I'm like, alright, cool. I didn't know it's Laguna Performance. Saying that, yeah, they had, when he went there, all the demo bikes had bird shit on them. And if they treat their bikes that badly, wonder what they treat their customers like. It was a really strange, loaded question, kind of almost wanting the negative response, like, oh yeah, they're a bunch of cunts. And I just replied, you know, well, they were nice enough to me. That was it, you know. They were friendly to me. They always have been. But then a couple of minutes later, that comment got deleted. And now it's gone and I can't track it down again. And then that got me thinking, who would write that negative comment about Laguna, expecting a negative response, and then delete it? And then I was thinking more about the whole Ducati monster. Like, who looks up test rides of bikes that they've already purchased? Sure, if you're going to buy a bike, you'll be looking up test rides. If you've already bought it, you wouldn't, would you? You'd stop looking then. So why would a customer come in and say that he's found his bike on YouTube? And then I remembered that that actual, when I went to resend John the email, the original email asking if I can test ride bikes, that Ducati video was the video, you know, I sent some links and I said, look, here's me test riding one of your bikes. So of course they knew I'd done a Ducati test ride. I fucking emailed it to them. So now I think I'm being watched. That's what I think it is. I think the whole, you know, a customer's complained about his number plate, I think that was just so they had a nice reason to ask me to blur their plates. And also just to see how I'd react to that kind of accusation. And then I reckon that was someone from Laguna putting in a loaded comment to see if I would react negatively about their company, or whether or not I would do it in a, just to portray them in a positive light. Because who else would slag something off and then delete it? You know, if you slag something off, you slag it off, and you want people to see that you don't like it. Unless, obviously, it was a staff member from Laguna just kind of testing the waters to see how I'd react. So obviously they could be watching this video, if so, hello. I have to say, I don't really mind what you're up to. I would, you know, if this is something that's going to go forward, me test riding Laguna bikes, it's understandable that they kind of want to see what I'm about, who I'm like, you know, how I react. They don't want someone portraying their company in a negative light. That's 100% fine by me. Or I'm just crazy paranoid and they're not watching this and they'll never know what I'm on about and I'm just crazy. Which is also fine, I don't mind. But, you know, hopefully in the future we might see a few more test rides from Laguna. I have to say, I'm slowly running out of bikes I want to test ride from there. I wouldn't mind trying a Diavel, maybe a couple of the Kawasaki's, but not a massive Ducati fan, I have to say. So yeah, they know who I am. It's a bit, it's my first time, obviously my first ever person that knew me was Martin down at Lumi's. That was nice, but now this is my first ever, like, corporation, official body, or whatever, that knows who I am. Let's hope the police don't start coming up to me soon, eh? Be a bit scary. I don't know how you big boys handle it, but me coming up to my 1,000 subs, getting excited. This is all new territory for me. So let's hope it goes well. Anyway, I've just kind of waffled nothing for 2 minutes. Let's shut the fuck up, shall we? So, thank you for watching this Monday morning vlog. See you next time. LG56 EZF fucking litterers. So yeah, as you can see, I wasn't best pleased. It's not hard to make me absolutely furious. So yeah, if you are from the Ashford, New Romney, Kent area,